Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the ARTMageddon Outreach Tips tutorial video, all that great stuff. We are here. My name's Cindy Marie Jenkins, and we have Diana and Felicity, or Fee.
Hello.
And we are all just here to help you get more out of ARTMageddon. So in a little bit, we're going to go through some of the outreach tips that were probably emailed to you and just give a little tutorial on how to do some of it in case you haven't before. But before that, I'd like Diana to just give a short intro and then how to officially become involved in ARTMageddon.
Yep. Hi there. So basically, ARTMageddon is a citywide art party, and we're calling for Los Angeles residents all over to walk, bike, and metro to art happening in their own neighborhoods. And we're using a site called ARTMageddonLA.com to enable them to easily find what they're looking for through Google Maps and listings. So we want as many artists and arts organizations involved as possible, and the easiest way to officially get involved is send us an email. Start the conversation with us. Go ahead and email us at join@artmageddonla.com, and that's 1G, 2Ds, LA.com, and we'll give you the next steps. Our listings provider is Experience LA, so we're working with them to get all of your great events up online and on our great site. That's how you get involved.
Awesome. And so that's always the way to find out more. Join at artmageddonla.com. And in case you have gotten this email, if you haven't, you can always reach me or Fee at social@artmageddonla.com. And basically, none of what we're about to go over is mandatory. It's just ways that make it much easier for the volunteer team behind ARTMageddon to help you.
Yes.
As Diana just said, we're making
here for you.
Exactly. We want to make a citywide art party, and it's just little ways. I try to give the simplest and the most complicated way, which is just one more step for you to give us the information so that we can help. So the easiest way to do it to make sure that you're on our radar, even if you've signed up for Join and you've checked the map and you're on the map, is to look at, you should have gotten in the email the link to this site, which is just a little Google form, and it's that are associated with your event. And I ask for some individual artist name. Now, that's always really helpful. Another really wonderful way is if you like the ARTMageddon Facebook page, which we strongly suggest that you do.
Yep.
So we have 313 likes right now, which is pretty rad. That's great. We do ask, we're only about a week and a half away, that you share this page with your friends, that you look at some of the other art near you, that you see anytime, like you can see here that somebody posted a photo, and then from this photo I just grabbed it, and all they did was tag ARTMageddon LA, and I grabbed it and put it in our photo album of the participating artists. So that's great because it's really easy. I like what this person did because they said East Side, Lincoln Heights, Highland Park, where's up here. So that's awesome because that just says right away, you're in this neighborhood or you know people in this neighborhood, do it. Come here or at least check it out. And then it's easy. So I know somebody from Lincoln Heights or near Lincoln Heights or Highland Park, and I can share it very easily with someone who might want to walk or metro there. So, you know, people pretty much know Facebook, but I just think that it's a really great way to share very easily what is going on. I don't think that ARTMageddon's a hard concept to grasp, but I think how it actually comes into play and how it actually works sometimes is difficult unless you tell people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then,
this thing is definitely a collaborative group effort. And so we need everybody involved, and even those who have even just heard about it and want to share it. That's how we're really going to reach deep into the communities all over Los Angeles and get them checking out those hidden gems around the corner. It's really about increasing our network and basically sharing with each other this news and this website where they can find things by them.
and then,
So the more you share, the better this is going to be.
and one other easy way that I suggested in the initial email is, let's actually go back a little bit, to make one of these pictures your profile. So it's pretty simple, and these are one of the awesome ways that you can just grab these pictures very quickly. You can see a few different options, which at first I was like, wait, there are 4 different ARTMageddon photos, but some of them have a little more information and some of them just have the basics, and that's a really cool way that you can share it. So that's one.
Yeah, that's a good way to get the image out there. And so the more people see it, the more people are going to know about it and talk about it. And, you know, hopefully people are going to come out.
Yeah, I find that when profile pictures are changed, that's one of the easiest things that you can do to really get something out there. So that's Facebook, and we all love Facebook. Now, going back really quickly to YouTube or Vimeo, this is the ARTMageddon page, and we're still working on some more videos. As you can see, we have 2 right now. One is Diana and I talking about ARTMageddon, which will soon be in smaller chunks, so that if you want to just... Huh?
I said that's good.
Yeah, we'll just divide them into about 5 or 6 minute chunks by topic. So if you just want to hear about one part of it, you can do that. But it's only about 23 minutes, so it's easy to scroll through. And then this is something that just happened today, which was something that I offered, and it's a quick video. These 2 lovely, lovely ladies from the new short fiction series met with me because they didn't have Google+, so we just met in person, and we did you can see it's just like 12-minute video where I asked them about their ARTMageddon event. And that's going to go, that will go on my YouTube originally and then also on ARTMageddon, so that anybody that comes and wants to see what's going on, they can. Now, spots are limited because we only have about a week and a half left, but it's very simple to do if you have about half an hour either online with Google+, or if you have a webcam and you know that you can do a video conference or something, then I can loan you a Gmail account so you can then do this Hangout interview and have some more video to show. And then also, we will have very soon on the ARTMageddon page, we'll have all of the people's links that send them to us, all your YouTube channels down here, so that anybody that goes to the page will be able to quickly see, even if you haven't done one of these video interviews, they'll really quickly see some of the artists. And I suggest that if you have a video that's specifically about your ARTMageddon event, make it the featured video. And if you have any questions about that, just, again, email social@artmageddonla.com, tweet, let us know, just mention us or ask it on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll get back to you. Ask it in the comments below here, and we'll definitely get back to you. Anything else you guys?
If you definitely send us any great video trailers or teasers or information about the shows and events and exhibitions that you've got coming, because that's the kind of content people really enjoy. A little bit more about what's coming, a little more visual. So we're more than happy to shoot that out through our networks, and people are retweeting what we're sending already. So it's about putting it out there and sharing.
Cool. And with that, on the subject of Twitter, um, if you're not on Twitter, this could be a really great time to try it because you already have a built-in community. And, you know, if you have like 15 or 20 minutes, it's something that that I can do pretty quickly, just give a tiny little tutorial. So here's the ARTMageddon page, and thanks to a lot of the work that Fee's been doing, we have some more followers every day, which is great. And essentially, what you'll see here in the Connect, which is anybody that's interacted with us, here Doug Clayton, good old Doug Clayton, said today, he was looking at the map and he just said, totally finding some local stuff to do via ARTMageddon LA. And then he also mentioned the LA Mayor's Office because they've been putting out discounts as well in conjunction with and above and beyond ARTMageddon, which has been cool. You know, somebody here, Ballgirl1, mentioned when somebody was talking about her stories being performed at ARTMageddon. Oh, she was mentioning that video interview that we did. So she watched that video and talked about it. And I think that a lot of people also have finding out about ARTMageddon, either artists or possible audience, through Twitter. And one of the big things is not to just blast out. Hold on, I'm going to come back to myself for this. Please don't just say, come see my show. People are getting much better at this, and there's a lot of great stuff on Twitter that I've noticed from ARTMageddon artists. So I have a feeling if you're into ARTMageddon, you totally get it. But it's really about giving people just a quote from the show, a video, a picture, a quote from rehearsal. You know, what does it take to really get to doing an event like this? And basically giving people little inside track. And if you,
little conversation starters is basically, Twitter is one giant conversation that's happening online in 140 characters and less. So what you really want to put out there are things that will spark conversations and get people responding to you and encouraging more conversation.
And I know something that really helps when you have a very targeted audience like this, you want people that enjoy your neighborhood or people who are in your neighborhood. So one thing you can do is have a search up. So say you're doing something in Echo Park. So you just search, and you can save that search up here. Save search, and Twitter automatically gives you the top tweets about your search, or all tweets, or people you know. And I'm just right up at the top here, and I firmly suggest that you go to all, because there's somebody, I need an Echo Park night out, I'm thinking next weekend, probably Friday, and she's tweeting her friend. So that's somebody that you can easily follow and just try to get them interested. It's called light stalking, but it's great for something like this. And just find out who it is who's talking about your neighborhood. And there are lots of blogs as well. I know, Fee, you had a suggestion here.
Yeah, I think that it's an opportunity to, you know, reach out to your blogger friends and, you know, try and get them to talk about ARTMageddon, because this is a one-time special event thing that we're putting together. So have them write a little blog about your piece, or you know, use their networks and everything like that.
Yeah, and something with bloggers too. If they're blogging about Echo Park or they're blogging about Lincoln Heights, they're constantly have a search up for that, both just the words and the hashtag, just pound Echo Park. So if you use that, just like we saw on Facebook, if you say Lincoln Heights, this is something that you can go to during Carmageddon, then somebody will find it. But you can also find those bloggers, find their Twitter accounts, chat with them, and try to get them interested. And you know, so, go ahead.
It's also an easy opportunity. You can create your own hashtags, like Cindy was saying, for your neighborhood, while at the same time use ARTMageddon as a hashtag. And that's the way it immediately categorizes your tweet, and it will lump it into other people who are blogging or tweeting about Echo Park or Venice or wherever you might be.
And I know, like Diana and Ezra and Lynn at Green Galactic, just all these amazing people involved in ARTMageddon have gotten the whole event tons of great press. And everywhere. The big guys, the middle guys, and there are lots of smaller bloggers. And by smaller, I just mean they have a smaller reach, but it's typically a more focused reach. So you might not have, you might think, oh, it's not the LA Times, it's just my friend who writes about stuff. That friend has 5 friends reading her blog who like to know about that neighborhood. So that's my big, I love the big guys, and the middle guys are fantastic in picking up a lot of the slack. And don't neglect the people who just love to talk about the neighborhood, even if they don't consider themselves professional bloggers. Just ask them to put something up about ARTMageddon. You can easily grab the language from the website. Let me see. That's kind of those are kind of the main points. Do you have other thoughts?
I think all of what we're saying kind of points at the fact that really this campaign centers on word of mouth. And there's a few tiers of word of mouth. There's the kind that you do in person, face to face, and that's what really got this campaign even started. But then there's this level of digital word of mouth, and that's using things like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and bloggers and everything else. And then there's also, like you just mentioned, the media, who are kind of print and also online, talking about it and getting word of mouth out there. So all of these things are critical to making ARTMageddon and your events successful. So I'm really hopeful that you guys will all help, especially with that digital word of mouth, because I actually think that's the one that's going to reach the furthest into our communities and really get our friends, our family, our colleagues, and our neighbors, be they known or strangers, into our venues or onto the streets and appreciating art.
And, you know, with that, obviously, like we keep saying, everybody involved in ARTMageddon is a volunteer. It's a wonderful, wonderful team. And quite frankly,
it's an amazing team of people, including Cindy Marie and Fee. So, yeah.
Well, and I think for me, it's faster almost. If you have a quick question and you're on Twitter, tweet at ARTMageddon LA your question. Don't feel ashamed if you're asking something, because the question you're asking,
a lot of other people will have the question.
A lot of other people. And if you don't have an actual event, one of the most amazing ways, which is all in the Get Involved page on the website, which I'll go to now, but one of the really most amazing ways is simply sharing this word of mouth. So we keep repeating it, but it's really important. It's really just about telling people as much as you can. So if you have, you know, some free time, great. If you have $5, that helps. But honestly, the biggest way to help, even if you don't have an event officially listed, is to go back to the homepage and say, oh, hey, my friend lives here. Forest Lawn Museum has the Crucifixion and the Resurrection presentation. That's something I've never been to.
Wow. Yes.
Totally random. And take the opportunity. You know, then there's the Year of the Rabbit at Atwater Village Theater, which I promise I didn't choose on purpose. But, you know, take the opportunity to visit someplace that you haven't visited before that's near one of your friends, because you can get there via metro or walking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've talked enough. We definitely want to, like I said, just ask any questions you have, either on the YouTube comments, on Twitter or Facebook, or email social@artmageddonla.com. If there are any questions regarding the social aspect, even basic questions like how do I upload this logo, I really am fine. Please ask. We just want the help. And we want to promote you. And that's the last thing I'd like to say is this is not about promoting ARTMageddon in the long run. ARTMageddon's here. It's a great idea. It's going to come and go and maybe come back next year, but it's a long-lasting effect. And we are here purely to promote the artists and the organizations. And it's just that the best way to do that is if you tag us and say, hey, I just tweeted about you, or I just put you on Facebook, and those are my little rah-rah pom-poms. And then it's very, very easy for us to press share. So please do contact me or Fee or Jim Halloran, who wasn't able to be with us because he's at a NASA social, which is a whole other great event. And Diana, any last parting beautiful words?
Well, I think you hit it. Is part of the reason that we're doing this is because we not only wanted to get people going out into their neighborhoods this weekend, but we wanted to offer up this idea of staying local and supporting local artists here in Los Angeles, in a place where we drive miles and miles and miles to get to different events. I think if we all work together, this event's not only going to be successful this weekend, but we're going to feel the reverberations of it for years to come. And I think that's really, really exciting.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Depending on time, I'll try to put this into smaller bits as well. But really, you know, we'll put out one of the easiest ways you can help is just share these pages, share the map, share all this awesome stuff. Ask us questions, tag ARTMageddon LA, and we will see you. This doesn't stop on the weekend either. Keep loading pictures as much as you can when the events are happening. And just email social@artmageddonla.com for any outreach questions, any promotion questions. Join our info@artmageddonla.com for anything else. Thanks so much, and leave your questions in the comments.